Live stream for the afternoon of Tuesday, 11/11/11/11/25. Before I get started, just to remind everybody of the risk disclosure and disclaimer. It's right there on the screen. Just make sure you understand this presentation is for educational purposes only. The opinions expressed are going to be those of the presenter the whole time. That's going to be me. All trades presented should be considered hypothetical. It should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. Believe me, today I really wish that my trades were all hypothetical, but unfortunately I gave back quite a lot of money in the tracking account, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So my CURPOS, let me go up to this screen right here, is long Bitcoin in some prop accounts and then short the Dow Jones. So at one point today was up about 600, 700 bucks, and somehow in this account I am still even or up $60, but given a bunch back. And if this was just its own trade, that would essentially be close to my daily risk budget. Thanks for the one, Jay. Yeah, so as Jay's mentioning, and just in general, we don't want to be shorting outside day ups or really messing too much with this. Now, this extreme turn, I haven't seen this in the Dow in quite a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars of the extreme turn sell being on. And in theory, you get a little retracement when the condition comes off. The condition has come off and the market continues to go higher. So that ain't fun. That ain't fun. And over here, I'm going to be doing this probably next week. Just wanted to highlight this little look here. Some of you might have PTSD from seeing Volumetrica back because of the profit trade situation. But this is another firm called Savius. Let me move my head, out of the way right there. So I'll move it down there. And I'm going to be doing more content. I did a little interview with these guys as well. They're a firm that's been around for a little over 11 years, actually, is just making their way to the U.S. So stay tuned for more on that. But I am also short the Dow Jones in here while already basically hitting my my daily risk budget of $400, but I decided to dip one more time and see if I can lose another $34.50. You can see just sort of back to break even on that. So anyway, that's volumetric over there, web-based environment. All right, let me move my head back up here. So I don't really know what there'll be to do today except for just hang out and watch this abomination, which is a combination of Bitcoin going lower, Dow going higher. So it's one of those days when mean reversion is just not going to work. Maybe we'll get a little bit of fortunateness here. Even the Nasdaq managed to come off the lows pretty substantially, about 165, 170 points off of the lows. That's the only thing that went well this morning. I was short the Nasdaq, closed that at 25.5, reversed long for a little while, and made some good money in some other accounts. But for the tracking accounts today, no bueno. Yeah, this is just a day, folks, where you do your best to control and contain your losses, and just that's it. I'm going to get a little bigger in the in Bitcoin here.
Order filled.
In these prop programs.
Order filled. Order filled.
So have a 3 lot on if we come down here to hit me at -2s. Remember, I've been talking recently about some quote unquote, I hate this term even, hedging violations where you're long and short in the same account or different accounts. correlated stock indices. One way to avoid that is to trade something like micro Bitcoin. So you can be long or short micro Bitcoin versus any stock position, and it's not really an issue. This isn't really an issue anyway today because this is a trade in a live account and this is a trade in a sim funded account. So that's another way that you can sort of break it up. Break it up, baby. All right, let me come down back over to here, and we even got the MES up at the very top of its range. So some might be tempted to try to short this. Don't short these types of slopes. Just leave this alone. There's nothing to do here. This is the time of zombie walk that's a bummer because on the flip side, there's really no opportunity to get long here until you have a more meaningful pullback. You could look to get long against the plus ones, which are right here, but really you need to move all the way back down to 68.50. Now, if you've seen kind of zombie walk days like this, typically, if we're going to get a reversal, it'll happen somewhere between 20 minutes before the bell to sometimes right there on that market on close or right around there. So in other words, we just have about 35 minutes of dead space to fill here where there's really no opportunities to do anything. If you're long, it's great. You can look for higher prices from prior to the Friday sell-off. But we've already regained all of that and more, and we're now just, a percentage away from all-time highs again, even on the NASDAQ. So markets are resilient, as we know. My QQQ position is still okay. Those who've been following along over here, I'm short. I re-entered a short again. Started shorting up in here. Caught this entire move for the target right there, which is
Order filled.
T-line. I think I just got stopped out on. My. Let's come back over here for a second. Yeah, all right, we're stopped out here, which is fine. That's my daily risk budget is $434. I think this was copied across all accounts, so yeah, we only lost 320 there, so maybe there was a little, how do you look at all the accounts here? I'm just getting familiar with this again. There we go. All right. These accounts still have some positions in them. What are those positions? Oh, long gold. I wasn't able to make these things work, like pending orders portfolio. Here's a portfolio. Oh, still short the S&P. Yeah, and what a surprise. That's not working either. So losses could intensify. If you're just joining, this is a web-based platform called from Volumetrica Trading called Volsys. It's actually very, very functional. You can apply all kinds of fun stuff on here. You can put all kinds of lines and things on here if you want. To your heart's content if you think that's a good looking chart. But what I'll be doing is just that didn't go away. Give me back my chart. Take this crap off of here. Now I can't even figure out how to get the crap off of there. There we go. Anyway, I'll be doing more on this next week. yes, at some places, if you were long the NASDAQ and short the Dow Jones, you would get a hedging violation, which is really a shame because today is a classic example of uncorrelated markets, right? A very weak NASDAQ for a large portion of the session. And it actually ended up saving me because up here in IB, you probably won't be able to see this. It's pretty small, but I have almost $400 of profit in the NASDAQ, and that was from being long the NASDAQ. So this is real world trading. And I wasn't getting long the NASDAQ to hedge a short Dow position. They were just independent positions. But the answer to the question is yes, that would potentially cause a violation. And the final point I want to make on this, because my team edited up some videos and put some shorts, and then I get comments and people don't understand. I'm not suggesting that you need to hedge or think about hedging in the purest sense. That's not a trading strategy you want to be doing in the prop programs. But by all means, in my opinion, you should clearly be able to do anything in a prop evaluation that you would be able to do in a live account. And one of those things that you can do in a live account, of course, is be long and short whatever you want. So, you know my rule. Can we get to just one rule? And the reason we can't get to one rule for many of these prop programs is because no one wants to buy or work with prop accounts that have soft or hard daily loss limits. You hate those. You don't buy them. You don't reward that. Most people just want to gamble it up and sim farm and do whatever they can. And since that's where the money's at, that's what the firms provide, and that's the world we're living in. It's just that world, baby. How boring is it to just sit here and watch this? It's pretty boring. So let's go to, there we go. This is the live account where I got no more ads, and I could hold this position regardless of the outcome today. But what I do in these tracking accounts, and tracking accounts are what I refer to as live accounts with similar amount of buying power and money to what you'd be able to do in a live brokerage account. Because this is a live brokerage account. But so that I can properly track what's possible in prop programs, I will have to close this position regardless of the outcome of it, as opposed to hold an unprofitable position, which you shouldn't do anyway. Que pistola. Remember, as I will point out all the time, it's really not about the mechanics of the strategy, the rules, or any of that. It's just about managing risk, right? So in a prop program, if you're doing it properly and your daily risk budget is $250 or $300 on this single trade, you'd have to be out of it. Unless, of course, if you had made money elsewhere and you were already up. Remember, the daily loss limit that you're self-imposing has to do with true portfolio management. Now, it's not great if you have a trade go this far against you. I'm actually going to and you'll probably see me do
Order
this
submitted.
other times here. So this is the first kind of graceful exit I've had, and I'm just going to take it. Take it to the limit. All right, let's pop up here for just a moment so that I can get out of a little bit of this
Order filled.
Bitcoin.
Order filled.
So we're getting a little pop in Bitcoin.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm not trading this with the copier
Order
on. You can
filled.
see a couple positions have worse prices. This one has a terrible
Order
price.
filled. Order filled.
And I'm going to try to get into it live down
Order
here
submitted.
and see if I have enough buying power to buy it live here because I have a lot of positions on.
Order submitted.
I do, okay. All right, there we go. So exiting a little bit of Bitcoin. You can see over here on the left, this is where I'm running the sell stop here. Let me move this down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I want to cover one of these, so I'm going to just go ahead and buy this.
Order filled.
There we go. Going to buy another one here.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order
Let me
filled.
switch over to gold. And I'm just going to close this gold position entirely.
Order filled.
That should get me flat there. And the Dow I got stopped out of. So just short the S&P over here. Okay, so took a graceful exit there. Don't do this at home, but this is what I'm going to do here,
Order submitted.
which is attach this order to the +2s and see if we can get another little pop and drop. That is not advised. Ill-advised. Screwed up yesterday and forgot to cancel orders on one. You've all hit a pretty hard, not to blow up, but I got more cut out for me on that one. That happens sometimes. It's Murphy's Law. You're gonna make a fair amount of mistakes in all of your accounts. Then you compound that with the fact that there'll be platform issues, there'll be data issues, there'll be every possible issue you can have, you're going to encounter it. Yeah, the probability for the Dow move was not this. I mean, the ATR for the Dow is about what it is for the NASDAQ. Did you hear what I just said? The ATR for the Dow is about what it is for the NASDAQ. And today we've had about a 700-point move overall almost, low to high. So question, since Apex doesn't like hedging, by the way, it's not only Apex. You can get into problems with several other firms, including Take Profit. So make sure that you're aware of when that... I haven't experienced this personally, but I've been told that people have had their Take Profit funded accounts taken from them from that, whereas at Apex, it's kind of a warning. So yes, a good combination would be MYM or MES. Just one or the other, and then micro Bitcoin or MGC. At Take Profit, what I do is I only trade the MES and the treasuries, because I've traded those in the past. The MES and the treasuries is a good combination to look at. It's a good combo. Daniel's saying they've been beyond fair, but they gave you a last warning following quite a few instances. Do you mind sharing, like, what was causing that? Is it similar to the way I'm describing it, or were you was it a copier issue? Or I know what causes it for me, which is that I run a trade room in the morning. I have accounts connected from sometimes as many as 10 to 12 different firms, usually Tradevate, and then I'm using Replicanto. So I know what does it for me, which is that I'm not paying attention. I'm just teaching and educating, taking the signals when the signals are there, and there's plenty of time. Today would be the most perfect example. I don't trade the NASDAQ that much in front of with the group, but I do trade it. Today would be a perfect example where you could be short MES and Dow and then have a NASDAQ go down to the -2s to the bid zone and you buy it. And then technically now you're in a hedged position, which is, as we've discussed a million times. So interesting to know what is causing, at Prop Shop you mean, okay. Gotcha. So at Prop Shop you're getting, you're getting that at Prop Shop. I hear you. What I heard at Prop Shop is that their support or someone gave people just erroneous information saying that we don't allow that because that's not allowed in live accounts, which could not be further from the truth, by the way. That is total bullshit. As I've said before, in a live account, you can do whatever you want. Short of violating CME rules, you can do whatever you want. And in fact, if you happen to be, here's a margin improvement that you can get or buying power that you get back. Come on, Dow, suck it. All right, I'm in the same position. I was using this as a lead account today, so I'm in the same position in a bunch of accounts here. So let me just improve my losses and do a
order filled.
Oh, actually,
Order
I'm supposed to
filled.
get down to a single lot here, so let me get down to a single lot.
Filled.
All you single lots.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order filled.
So what I'm doing right now is a graceful exit, cutting into
Order filled.
losses, and then in the live account here, I'm going to leave that on with a order to resell way up there. So getting lucky here. I mean, that's just lucky. No other way to describe it. Yeah, a firm that I've mentioned numerous times that I think is doing it all correctly is a firm called the Futures Desk. So the Futures Desk has no sim live. They only have live after you pass the evaluation. And in the evaluation included, same as the live account, you can do essentially anything that you'd like to do on a risk-adjusted basis. Whatever you want to do. You do you, boo.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Anyone in a similar position to the Dow one that you see on the screen there? Getting a little healthy? Remember, let's not look to be a hero and catch the entire reversal. That's not what we're trying to do here because it's an unlikely event. Instead, take a little measured move and go, you know what? This is a gift. This is a gift. You know, there's your little measured move to the downside. It's a gift.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So good question. Would I go long on T-line? I would not. So for if I was not in a position here, I would be long. I would look to get long at the way I do it, I require a pullback to a significant swing or to an upward sloping next line. So the question is getting long at this T line right here, right? Which is not really a level that I use much. This is a trend filter instead. But down there, I'd get long there or at this swing level here or down here. So need a pretty significant retracement. Good question, though. You know what's going to happen. We'll bounce from here all the way back up to the +2s, and it'll look like a great trend trade. All right, shameless plug for my ebook right over there. So make sure you grab the ebook if you want to find out more about TDG. That's my trading and education company for active futures traders, mostly focused on trading these prop programs properly. Properly just means proper sizing. Understand that notional value is total bullshit. And you benefit from learning how to manage a small account properly, because then you have the world is your oyster. We went from my concern about these programs going away to a proliferation beyond what's probably reasonable. Just too many choices, too many accounts, too many firms. But for traders, the best opportunity ever to use this as a training ground. So I'm down 167 in open losses here and about the same in open losses here. Again, this was the lead account. I used a live account as a lead account to drive all of these prop accounts here, which I cut size down just to one contract. That is true. There is a lot of money to be made and is being made in these environments. It's a lot of money to be had in payouts. One of the things that we started doing, and this is very reasonable, I think, is we have our payout tracker. So October numbers are in for 50,741. Now, this is important to point out because there's a lot of discords out there, and there's discords that are going to have screenshots of single traders taking $50,000 payouts, right? Try not to get caught up in that. I'm not suggesting it's not real. Of course it's real. There's some stuff floating around about $1 million payouts in live markets now from a trader at Take Profit and a couple other traders I'm seeing. So I think that can be actually very aspirational. But what's probably better on the path there is a realistic look at hundreds of people taking small payouts and complementing and supplementing their income and keeping their stress low and not coming in every day and beating their head against the wall. So this is another aspect of our community where I don't sell any bots or indicators or courses or anything like that. The only thing I offer commercially is a live trade room where you can be in there with hundreds of other traders that are doing this right, on that journey, on that path, doing this right. Okay, because what we have in our payout area is something that I'm really proud of, and I love when I get these snarky things. Oh, look, you made $1,000 payout, or a $1,250 payout, or a $500 payout. I'm proud of that for our group, because that represents a 20 or 30% gain on their true account value. And once you learn how to do this, you can do this in an actual live account too with $5,000. And when I say do this, I mean reliably, eventually, take $5,000 and grow it 10 to 15 to 25% every single month, not on a compounding basis. Don't compound it and then have to buy more. No. The account that I'm doing that in is the one that I've shown up here a variety of times. Well, I have like 6 different accounts, but right here. Okay. Look what a shit show today is on this Dow short, right? And the S&P short. I was up almost $200, $300 and gave so much of it back, and now we'll see what ends up. But the point of the story is that this is realistic. I took this account from $5,100 up to almost $9,000 the other day, took $2,000 out, and today I was up to almost $7,500, $7,700 and had this pullback. But it's all managed risk, and it's all stuff that you can do in real live accounts, and then use these accounts to drive your prop accounts or any kind of combination of things that you want to do. Now, I could be wrong. There could be other communities out there that are celebrating their successes in doing these things properly and managing risk and trading micros. I know there's other firms out there or other people that have gotten enlightened in trading micros, but I think we're creating the largest collective group of people doing this properly. I was bummed today we didn't have a Trader Talk Tuesday. We didn't have a guest for Trader Talk Tuesday today, but on Trader Talk Tuesdays, often the theme of the conversation is very similar, which is, well, I eventually found you, Rod, and I had been through everything that you had mentioned, blowing up accounts, taking some payouts, then getting back on that hamster wheel of uncertainty and toxic behavior, and knowing that it was wrong and thinking that it was just silly to ever trade a micro and what would be the benefit of that, to coming full circle to understanding how to properly play this game properly. I don't mock your 1,000. I think it's great. Yeah, Bridget's saying she did the talk last week and she echoes those sentiments. But here's the gist, is that it doesn't change or get remedied or fixed immediately. But what it does do is put you in close proximity to a supportive group that's showing you that this path has more promise and puts the odds in your favor. It also slightly takes the pressure off of me. I don't feel any pressure at all. The biggest pressure that I feel is, my goodness, how long can I continue to spend 90 minutes to 2 hours in the morning trading micros when there's so much opportunity on my other screens to do things for myself and my accounts? And the answer is I think I can continue to do this for a long time because I'm seeing the benefits that it provides to the community to see a 2 lot of the Dow Jones on the screen right there, down $192, a very manageable loss, right? This morning we had 3 or 4 cycles. Let's go back to this morning here. It was brilliant. It was so nice. We had, I don't remember when I was in, but here's a short, and a cover, and a short, and a cover, and a short, and a cover, and a short, and a graceful exit, and a short, and a cover, and a short, and a cover. And then here's a cover, so I was still in, and then held this 2 lot all the way up. Here's another ad for a 3rd lot, which I just took off. I mean, look at it. I mean, you're not going to see something scream like this very often. But the point is that this morning, there was a nice little undulation, and many of you probably, if you're in my group, just took the profits and ran. There's definitely benefits to not having the time to watch the markets all day long, because the best opportunity for the most random 2-way price action is in the morning. You might have noticed that that's what markets will tend to do, is meander around for several hours in the morning. Sometimes they pick a direction and just go. Obviously Friday, big sell-off. Yesterday, big rally off the lows. Today, a little bit in the middle. But more often than not, you will see that once that trend, if you will, is established, you don't get many opportunities to fade it, and you're better off just not trading or potentially practicing, if you'd like, trend trading off of certain moving averages or pullback requirements or whatever the case may be. Yeah, not having sweat puddles is an important component, right? It really is. Preserving your emotional capital is such a critical part of this game. So important. I've said very often that I'm fortunate to have been doing this for so long that I don't really go on tilt. Tilt is a sort of like a poker term for just playing every hand and betting and raising and acting erratic and just losing your shit, right? The way I express that now is I have annoyance and frustration. I do find markets that are outside day up every day or grinding all the time to be not that tradable, and as a result, it's annoying. But we went into today clearly knowing what we had in store for us should we choose to look to fade strength. I didn't know the Dow was going to put in 140% ATR, but there it is. All right, I reduced my size here on these prop programs so that I could come back in and then get back in sync with the lead account. So that's what I'm going to do.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
And by all means, if you're looking to do any kind of ad or fade this here, the level has to be up here at +2s. So that's where the only place I will be adding in the live account is at the +2s. There you go. Occasionally the bank does err in your favor if you go to the dentist and you keep a long position on, and that's great. So you got kicked out again on Prop Shop? I was told that they fixed that across all the accounts. That's a bummer that's still happening. I mean, how long does it take from daylight savings time? Isn't that 2 weeks ago now or a week and a half ago? That's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Murphy's Law is that usually the mistakes are going to work against you. All right, we've got 3 more minutes till market on close. Can we collectively do our suck it NASDAQ, suck it Dow? I don't know if it's going to help today, but... So just coming back to the management of this trade, I think it's an important learning. This is not a natural state for a lot of traders. And by that, I mean, fading strength and things like this. So what you want to start to do, and this is a lot easier to see on the brick wicks, which is the reason that I like the brick wicks, is again, you just call this a measured move. Does it repeat itself? It repeated itself perfectly, right? So this is truly trading around an unprofitable position. If I didn't take this off here, and by the way, I didn't take it off there at all. My close was right here on the live account because I was running a buy stop. But down there was where I covered in the prop programs. And where I'll cover it again if we get a move down here.
Order submitted.
Well, don't worry about it. I mean, yeah, Bridget, it's a work in progress. You're not going to become some sort of Zen Buddha. The goal is not to... I heard this a while back. I'm sure you've heard it too. Maybe it's in Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. I don't know where it comes from, but you will get more and more comfortable being uncomfortable. And as a result, by nature, you're just less uncomfortable, right? What started to work really well for me, and I don't remember when this happened. I've been trading for so long, but there was just some point, and it worked really well for my golf game too, actually, which is I actually don't even get frustrated when I hit a super bad shot. I really don't. You know what I do? I do the same thing I do in the market sometimes where I just go, wow, woo, that happened. And I almost laugh. Like I almost laugh. And I have this thing that I'll say in the morning sometimes, can't see that working out, just a self-deprecating rod. Just, laugh, have fun with it. All right, there's a little, there's the market on close. Looks like kind of a non-event, and we probably go higher now.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
There we go. Run for the races. Up $600. Yeah, playback feature is a good thing to mess around with.
Order submitted.
Couldn't get the NASDAQ green. Maybe they'll try. Maybe they can.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Nazi has all the looks of going up to the plus twos. Little break above 25 700s incoming.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, NASDAQ's going to go green. If you get stressed out, you just hug the capybara behind you. Little capybara hug, and everything is fine.
Order filled.
Capybara hug.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, maybe the NASDAQ will decline a little bit. There's a little bit of selling. A little bit of selling.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Lots of randomness. I love it.
Order submitted.
All right, Dow. Suck it, Dow. Can you do it? Can you please decline? Can anything ever decline? Yeah, there's a nice touch of the plus twos there on the
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, overall pretty boring. But maybe stick around, see if we get one last little push in one direction or the other.
Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, I'm going to start taking this off here. Just
Order filled.
break even basically on this these last series
Order
of
filled.
trades. I'll hold it in the live
Order
accounts.
submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Here you go, Nazi. That's a nice little sell-off.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, let's check in with over here with Savius. Just going to drag that into price. Does that not work? There we go. Does eventually.
Order filled.
And then we go to accounts here and see that I'm still in, oh, no positions. All right, cool.
Order filled.
So not bad. Lost $34 there, made $88 there, and made $32 there. So, and this is just testing these out. But these are real in the real world. The real world. All right, come on in, baby. Help a brother out. Help a brother out.
Order submit. Order filled.
Help a brother out. Tie your mother down. So a question in my room, is it just focused on this strategy? There's two strategies predominantly. So they're called stay in your lane and the range trader. What you're looking at right here on the right is stay in your lane. And then there's a range trader, but they're complementary. But yes, the focus is on generally mean reversion setups, but the entire framework is that of risk management. I know that sounds cliche, but I truly teach how to overlay risk management with the decisions that you make based on a daily risk budget. And within that, you can trade whatever strategy you want, including, trend trading strategies. If you can see right here, this yellow line is called T line. It's a 233 EMA on this tick chart. Right now, it's holding price really, really well, right? So these little levels here, you can notice that and walk forward test and decide, boom, boom, boom. So you don't have to be short. You could be long. Tie your mother down. All right, I'm going to close these here and here.
Order submitted.
All right, it's 1 o'clock, so that is it. Again, since this is live, I'm going to keep it on in a couple accounts for maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, and then I close it in all of the accounts, up, down, or indifferent. But we're managing an unprofitable position there for most of the session.
Order filled.
All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up today. Really appreciate it, and thanks for the engagement. It does help if you can hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, of course. I think I have it set up so that if you don't subscribe to the channel, then you can't leave a comment. So would love to hear from you folks.
Order submitted.
Suck it, Dow. Come on, baby. Come on. The live trading times, everybody, are on the website. So come over here real quick. TradersDevGroup.com is my website. And right under here, under try TDG, this will take you to the trial. You can see 9:15 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here. All right, any other questions I missed? I think we got most of it. All right, everybody, stay green, trade like you mean it. Thanks a lot. Hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Grab my ebook. Look at the description down below for more goodness. We'll see you at the next one. Thanks.